Hello, my name's John. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne in the UK, and I've been working with Tommy and his colleague Sean for around 9 months now, and I had a unique multi-ligament injury. On August 22nd, 2023, I was admitted to hospital following a fall whilst playing football or soccer. I ended up dislocating my left knee and my right elbow from a trip, and I ended up with a full thickness mid-third ACL tear and a major posterior lateral corner injury to the knee, involving the conjoint insertion of the lateral or fibular collateral ligament and the biceps femoris tendon. I also ruptured my lateral patellar retinaculum, as well as having extensive fluid and edema surrounding the common peroneal nerve. The elbow had a significant valgus injury with a full thickness rupture of the ulnar collateral ligament and an almost full thickness rupture of the common flexor origin medially, as well as a laterally displaced fracture to the radial head. As a result of these injuries, I was in hospital for 15 days. On day 7 of my hospital stay, 2 orthopedic surgeons talked to me about simultaneous surgery. I was told no football for 12 months for the knee and no sports for 9 months for the elbow, and that'll be requiring reconstruction surgery of the ligaments, and that a physiotherapist will have to sign me off before returning to sport. So I was booked in for surgery for the 22nd of September 2023, but since I was bedbound and couldn't use crutches and the hospital wanted to send me home to free up space, they decided to get me into surgery as soon as possible. So on 1st September, I had left knee ACL and posterior lateral corner reconstruction with both the patella and hamstring graft respectively. They also decided to manage my UCL injury with a brace rather than reconstruction surgery and let the ligament heal through scar tissue. And since I irritated the common peroneal nerve, I've temporarily lost my dorsiflexion and eversion in the left foot, but that takes time to heal. On September 6th, 2023, I was sent home, not really knowing how to use crutches. I immediately started my NHS in-person PT, and while I was in an okay start given my circumstances, what I found was that they were progressing me every 2 weeks or every time I saw them, which eventually hit a brick wall due to my nerve issue. And I felt they tried to rush progression of crutches, but were more conservative about strengthening and overloading the muscles, and I was advised to wait 4 months before returning to the gym. And I also had a huge fear of another ACL injury like this one. So I always knew I needed a PT to look at my situation in comprehensive details in order to achieve my goals in recovery, but I didn't know where to look. So it's by coincidence I came across Tommy and all-in ACL. About a week post-op, a friend of mine noticed my injuries and he immediately gave me Tommy's details. Shout out to my boy Cade. And then he went on to explain his situation. He went through 9 months of in-person PT, but never felt the same after, and hence why I reached out to Tommy. And about the sooner I work with him, the better. And then from there, I was able to talk to Tommy straight away and got on board, and I've been working with him from about 1 month post-surgery. So my friend already convinced me how digital coaching would work and explained the metrics involved in Tommy's coaching, and that he was the only PT that got into 100% strength and confidence. So my biggest concern before joining was, would this program work for me, given how complex my injury situation was? But having my first consultation with Tommy and going through my medical report, it was quite clear that the set of injuries was something Tommy hadn't worked with before. But he put my worries at ease. He was up for the challenge of getting me to my goals. And I learned a great deal more about my injuries through our strategic planning than I did through the NHS. I wasn't really aware of the importance of prehab in ACL recovery, as well as the metrics involved in recovery. I also learned that my UCL injuries are more common in baseball pitchers, and that the reconstruction surgery is commonly known as Tommy John surgery. And then from there, Tommy was able to put a custom plan to my needs with a more realistic time frame of 18 months. And from day one, Tommy put me through my paces. So I've always felt that the biggest breakthrough I've had from this program was the time that it took to get to near enough 100% strength and confidence back in that injured leg, and nearly full symmetry within 7 months. Since this was quite a traumatic injury, and I had other complications as well, there was loads of muscle atrophy on my arm and as well as my leg. And I was initially told by my in-person PT that it would be 9+ months before things would return back to normal, without really having much guidance. But having a plan on my phone with video tutorials, uploading videos and results instead of visiting the hospital physio, and having daily feedback on my progression, I was able to return to the gym about 2 months post-injury, or within 3 weeks of working with Tommy. So being back in the gym, I basically started from scratch. On my leg extensions, my leg press and my hamstring curls, having less than 10% strength symmetry. And then from there I was able to progress to near full symmetry with adaptations placed on my ankle injury, so I could progress through to single leg balancing exercises. Because of this ankle injury, I've had an unconventional progression of crutches. Because of this, I had to go through a series of ankle foot orthosis as the nerve continues to mend. And I am currently using a carbon fibre anterior shin AFO as recommended by Tommy's colleague Sean, which has significantly improved my walking gait. Now I am able to progress to plyometric exercises, and currently I'm able to jog 2 miles, and hopefully within the next few months I'll be able to run again. So I would recommend this program to anyone that's had any form of ACL injury or knee ligament injury, especially those that want to return to sports stronger than they were before the injury. I've spoken to so many people that have had multiple ACL injuries and surgeries, but I've never felt the same after. But what I found with having a plan tailored to my needs, put in place with video tutorials and daily communication and feedback on my progression, I was not able to worry about falling into the pitfalls in this recovery. I feel quite fortunate that I came across all in ACL, and while I would never want to go through an injury like this ever again, I've enjoyed every minute working with Tommy and Sean, and I look forward to working with them further.